Horses with metabolic issues, such as insulin resistance or equine metabolic syndrome, need to be managed carefully as they are at risk of developing laminitis, a painful and potentially debilitating condition of the feet. High sugar and starch diets, including certain types of grass, can exacerbate these conditions. In general, the best types of pasture grasses for these horses are those that are lower in non-structural carbohydrates, NSC, which include sugars, starch, and fructan. Here are some grasses that are often considered safer. Timothy grass. This is a perennial bunch grass with a relatively low sugar content compared to some other grasses. Kentucky bluegrass. This grass is a good choice during the early growth stages and mature stages. However, all grasses, including Kentucky bluegrass, can increase in sugar content under certain conditions, such as drought stress or cold weather. Tall fescue. While not as palatable as some other grasses, tall fescue can be a good choice for metabolically challenged horses, particularly endophyte-free or novel endophyte varieties that lack the harmful endophytes of traditional tall fescue. However, it's not just the type of grass that's important, it's also how you manage the pasture. Avoid grazing at risk times. Grass tends to have the highest sugar content in the late afternoon and evening, after a day of photosynthesis in bright sunlight. It also tends to have more sugar during cold nights, below 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius, in the spring and fall. Limit grazing time. Consider limiting the amount of time your horse spends on pasture, particularly during high-risk times. Use a grazing muzzle. Grazing muzzles can allow your horse to enjoy the benefits of turnout while limiting their grass intake. Have your pasture grass tested to determine its NSC content. Testing can guide management decisions and help you keep your horse safe. Overweight horses are at a higher risk of metabolic issues, so it's important to manage your horse's body weight and keep it within a healthy range. Let's take a look at the various feed options for horses with metabolic issues. Beet pulp can be a good feed choice for horses with metabolic issues. Here's why. Beet pulp has a low NSC content, which, as we've learned, makes it safer for horses that are insulin resistant or prone to laminitis. Beet pulp is a highly digestible source of fiber. It can help keep the digestive system functioning smoothly and provides a steady release of energy. Despite being low in sugars and starches, beet pulp is a good source of digestible energy. This makes it useful for helping to maintain or gain weight without resorting to high-grain diets. Beet pulp is often soaked before feeding, which can help increase your horse's water intake and maintain hydration. However, like with any feed, beet pulp should be introduced gradually into the horse's diet to prevent digestive upset, and it should form part of a balanced diet. Be aware that some beet pulp products are sold with added molasses, which increases the sugar content, so look for unmolassed varieties. There are several other feed ingredients that can be beneficial for horses with metabolic issues such as insulin resistance or equine metabolic syndrome. Low NSC hay should form the bulk of a diet for a horse with metabolic issues. The hay can be soaked to further reduce its NSC content. Ration balancers provide concentrated sources of protein, vitamins, and minerals, without the excess calories and sugars found in some other types of feed. These can be useful for balancing out the diet and ensuring the horse is getting all the nutrients it needs. Alfalfa can be a good option due to its relatively low sugar content, though it is higher in calories than grass hay. It should be used in moderation and is often best combined with lower-calorie hays. Chaff or chopped hay can be used as a low NSC filler in feeds and can help slow down the horse's rate of feed intake. Fat supplements, such as rice bran or flaxseed, can provide additional calories for horses that need to gain or maintain weight, without the risks associated with high NSC feeds. High fiber, low NSC complete feeds. There are commercial feeds available that are designed to be low in starch and sugars, using fiber and fat as sources of energy. They are often based on beet pulp, soy hulls, or other high-fiber ingredients. These can be a good option for horses with metabolic issues that need more calories or nutrients than they can get from hay alone. There are also specialized supplements that can be used to avoid future health problems. Cola 3 Plus was designed specifically for horses with insulin resistance and metabolic issues. The basis of the formula is the highest quality bovine and chicken sternum collagen to support all body structures including the joints, hooves, muscles, tendons, digestive tract as well as the mane and tail. Ceylon cinnamon was added to help improve insulin sensitivity. Hawthorn berry improves circulation, which is especially important for avoiding laminitis. Fenugreek seed is also added to improve appetite, reduce inflammation and to help prevent cold arthritis. As with any dietary change, it's important to consult with a veterinarian or equine nutritionist to ensure the horse's diet is balanced and appropriate for their individual needs. It's also important to make dietary changes gradually to avoid upsetting the horse's digestive system. Visit gastroelm.com for more information.